Hi guys, thank you for coming to my channel. And today I want to share about the story Versailles. This was the animation and this is coming out from the Japanese animation story, and it was also famous in Korea too. When I was young, I really liked this story a lot and I watched this program. But nowadays, this story is coming out with a comic book in series. And after a few years, read I read about these stories again and I was really impressed. So I want to share this story with you together. Then let's start. Okay, then this stories is coming out a lot of the person, but the only main character is just three-person. The first person name is Marie Antoinette, and the second person name is Oscar Francois, and the third person name is Paul Perrin. You may heard about the Marie Antoinette also a lot. And this story started with Marie Antoinette childhood stories. Uh, Marie Antoinette was a Austria princess, but that time the Austria and the France was not familiar each other, so the Austria king decided to getting married to the France prince who is future became the Louis XVI. So the Marie Antoinette going to France to get married in a alliance. So the Marie Antoinette throw away all her Austria custom, Austria manner, even her Austria belonging like her dog or her underwear like this thing. She changed all the things to the Austria to not Austria to change the France thing. Yes. Then she going to the France and she met the first time the Oscar Francois. The Oscar Francois was the person who was in the Imperial Royal troop and she was a commanding officer. She was a lawyer and she has a good manner and has a warm-hearted person. She's coming to the troop commanding officer even she was not a man. She is so superior than any other man. She was very impressive person. And that time she was always standing next to the Marie Antoinette and keeping the other danger situation and she always keeping her next by her side. One day, the Marie Antoinette decides to go to the ball. She was a very playful person and she liked the ball and she liked the dance and she's going there and first time meeting the Pon Persian and they fall in love together. And after the time, the Pon Persian really liked the Marie Antoinette, but after the few days, the Louis XV died and Louis XVI became the king and Marie Antoinette was became the queen. So the king is going to become the one big France, the huge person. Then Paul Persian decide to give up her lover, but they couldn't make it because they just fall in love together. Yes, but the Marie Antoinette now became the queen, but she was the person who She didn't think about the regular citizen lifestyle, and she didn't care about their life. She was so the girl who really liked the money, and she wastes the money so seriously. And now she do whatever she want to do. She use the money like water, and sometimes she want to build a palace, and she build the things, and she also always buy everything about her ornament like jewelry, necklaces, or dress, whatever she want. She buys anything to use the her Francis money. Yeah, she didn't care about it. She wastes the money. Then finally, the France is near to the bankrupt, and then they decide to open the estate general. Yes, then that time, the regular person gathering the palace, and she find out that the regular citizen doesn't like her so much. Then the regular citizen also opened the national lot. Then they became a very huge. Then they decide to insurrection against the king. Yes, they decide like that. So the king and queen worried about it, and they decided to run away the Paris to the Austria. Then they wear the mask. They disguised and run away to Paris. But they captured by the person. Then they way back to the Paris. This is called the brand thing in history. Yes, that time the king was so worried about the people's rebellion, so they decided to gather the troop, and they repressed the civil revolt by force. So they command to the Oscar Francois to kill the regular citizen, but Oscar Francois first time denied the king's order, because Oscar think about that the truth is exists for the person's safety, not to kill the person. This was the first time she disobeyed an order. But finally, the Oscar is gathering to the regular person's side, but she died in the storming of the Bastille. Yes, it was the really sad scene in the story. But the regular citizen power is become more and more, and finally the king, the families captured together, and they killed by guillotine. Yes, the story is became end like that. And in these stories streaming, the Pont Parisian helped the Marie Antoinette to escape this palace and to the Paris in history event. The Pont Parisian also helped about the Marie Antoinette, but she captured the Emperor Parisian. Nearly became so sad, and he fell also in despair too. Yeah, it is the really sad story, but I recommend these stories to you guys, because when you're reading this story, you also learn about the brand's history, and you can also the feeling about their really fall in love stories. Yes, and in YouTube, you can also find this series in animation in English subtitle. Yes, you can see it, you can find it. So thank you for listening to my review, and I try to say about these stories in reviews so shortly, but I recommend you see this animation. Yeah, you can find these stories into. Thank you for listening to coming to my channel and the Versailles Laws. And after the other day, I also coming out this another story, another reviews too. Have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.